Hey there guys, it's Ricky G Reviews. Hope everyone had a great Christmas break. I know I was a bit I know that I sure did have a good break. We're going to be looking at these 2 packs that I found at Ross. These are DC packs. Actually, this one I got at Ross and this one I found at TJ Maxx within like 2 days of each other during the Christmas break. So really good finds. Crack these things open. Alright, I'm going to be taking a look at this pack first. If you can see here, we have a Batman, Bizarro, Batgirl, Reverse Flash, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, Hawkman, Shazam, Black Adam, my bad, and Captain Atom. So many Atoms. Anyways, I just really wanted to show you the price that I got them for. I might have mixed up the stores of where I got them from, but $7.99 Ross, $7.99 TJ Maxx. Can't beat it. You know, keep an eye out for these at any store really. Okay, so we have 10 figures here and I'm going to be looking at them from my least favorite to my most favorite from this pack. So without further ado, so this is the Poison Ivy and she's my least favorite because the costume choice, as you can see, it's black and green. So the only thing I can think of is that they chose to blacken all the points of her naked, all the parts of her naked body. It would have been cool to see, you know, the flesh tones, but I guess that they're marketing towards kids. That's why they had to black it out. But other than that, it looks really cool. You see the plants on her arms or at the ends of her hands, like she's about to use them. And a good face sculpt, considering this is such a small figure, and that these guys aren't usually they usually don't have the best paint apps, these little metal figures. And then the next one is the Batgirl. I like the costume choice a lot, and the mask is really nice. Got the nice bat ears and everything, and she's got her hair. It's cool how much paint they can put on the figures, you know. I'm used to a lot of like cheap figures like this size to have like 1 or 2 colors at the most and just everything blending together. But you know, her hair is a separate color, everything's separate color. Even the lips have a nice color to them. And something about the face, I don't know. It probably would have been higher on my list because it's a good character. And then we have the Reverse Flash, and this is but it's in a good action pose. And the paint is actually the paint apps are really good on this figure. It has a good shine to it. I'm not sure how his hands look in the comics. I don't know if he has red gloves or not, but I like the way he looks. I know he's a big time character in the Flash TV shows, but I don't watch the TV shows. I know he has a big fan base after that show, but I haven't seen any. But it's really cool. It's going to go good with the other Flash that I have in the other pack, so can't wait to see them both together. I'll make sure I put a shot of both of them. Next is Hawkman. I didn't notice it at first, but his wings are like a nice bronze color. I think he has too much going on in the face, to be honest. It just kind of looks like some kind of alien or something, I don't know. The red medallion or orb on his chest is cool. He came with an axe, green shorts. This is the 360 view of him. Not much to say. I really like the character. I think they should have gone with like a different kind of look. Maybe like a wings flaring out kind of pose. I don't know. It would have been cool. Alright, and up next is the Black Adam. And a very unique face. Kind of looks like a old school mobster looking face to me. You know, slick back hair and everything. But the costume is like done perfectly. I really like the look of this guy. And the fact that they kind of matted the black was a really nice touch, because usually they're just all shiny, but the black on this guy is not as shiny, and it does really good for the character. And nice powerful pose, and he's gonna look cool next to Shazam. I'll make sure that I have those duos shown together along with the Reverse Flash and all that. Okay, so now we're in my top 5 of this pack. And number 5 is the man himself, Batman. I didn't notice at first, but I think he has a batarang in his hand, or like the piece of the cape that he's pulling over. This is the Batman that I grew up with. His color scheme was like black, dark. Not a black and a light gray, and like a yellow utility belt with the black bat symbol, no yellow around it. That's how I remember Batman when I was a kid. Look at that. I like the way he looks looking out like that. Looks really cool. I'm glad that he doesn't have the eyes behind the mask. I'm always been a fan of the, you know, the whited out eyes. I think that looks really cool. There's some nice sparkles in the costume, or in the paint for the costume. It looks really nice. Next we have Bizarro. I just had to have him high up because I'm a big fan of the character. I just wish that he had the, you know, traditional red and blue costume. This is kind of a newer thing. I remember like in the mid 2000s. I forget which artist it was. I think it was Guinness. I'm not sure. I was drawing him and they had this color scheme, but I like the power pose. I wish he had like the Bizarro #1 concrete and chain necklace, but the cape is really nice, badass purple, and they got the pale skin right, so that's cool. I love Bizarro. Alright guys, so we're in the top 3, and this was really hard, but at number 3 we have Catwoman. The face sculpt is kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of hit or miss depending on who you ask, but the pose for the character, perfect. Very basic, didn't try to do anything all intricate with it. I think, well, at least with the shine of the light, it kind of looks like she has like the silver zipper going down the middle, which is a good effect. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but it looks really cool. I like the boots. This is the kind of boots that my DC Universe Classics Catwoman has, you know, with kind of like all the ripples down here, or buckles, you know, nice body. And I think they just executed what it should look like. Top 2. Alright, so the top 2 was really hard for me to pick, but Shazam is coming in at number 2. Everything about this little figurine is pretty much perfect. The colors, the white, I like the white cape is kind of matted or muted shine compared to the red, and the red shine is coming across really, really nice. The gold is really good. I like that they have this like old school traditional kind of looking cape. Everything looks really good, and I love the character so much, and they gave him a nice pose, not some lousy pose, and I think that came out really good. The only thing I would say is his head is a little bit on the big side, and it kind of looks like he has like too big of a forehead or maybe too big of a neck, but it's really cool. And at number 1, it's the man, Captain Atom. Now this is a really unique looking superhero in general, and they got this figurine looking awesome. I really love the blue that they chose for the feet, and you know, even the base, like the whole thing, even the base is done really nice. Like the blue, the red like punching glove hands, you know, the red symbol on the front, and that bluish skin look on the costume is so cool, and it looks kind of like stone, like a shiny, shimmery stone body. Everything you can want in a superhero. That's awesome. And as promised, this is Black Adam and Shazam next to each other. I think they would look really cool on a shelf. And I really like this 2-pack, but I'm looking forward to the next one the most, which is why I saved it for last. So hang in there, and I'm going to be counting down the top 10 of those as well. Okay guys, here's a reminder of the characters again here, and this looks like a really cool 2-pack. I love all the colors and everything, so I can't wait to open this up. This 10-pack in particular was so hard to make a top 10 for, because I really liked how all of these were executed, or most of these, I should say, most of these were executed like exactly the way I would want them to be. Starting in at number 10, if you guys know me, this would have been a no-brainer. This is not my Wonder Woman. This is not my Wonder Woman. My Wonder Woman has gold in her, you know, on her chest for the costume, and she has, you know, the blue, I don't know, the panties, I don't know, or the skirt, the blue skirt, you know, and the red and gold boots. I don't know what's going on with this figure. I don't like this redesign at all of Wonder Woman. That being said, I think it was done okay. The face was kind of a miss, but the lasso looks good, the bracelets look good, and the stance is good. This is a view from around, and that's not bad for the guys right there. I'd say that's a good look. But You know, if this was another character, she'd be great. This is not my Wonder Woman. Sorry. Okay, and at number 9, we have this Batman. I think, I'm not sure, but if the pack has a variant, let me check. No, it doesn't say anything about it being like a variant suit or anything. I imagine it's like this is like an Arctic suit or something, like maybe solar suit. I don't know, but it's just kind of like some funky colors. I'm not sure if he's worn this in the comics. I think it looks really cool. I like this like tinfoil cape look, and you know his symbol of his bat symbol looks really nice. It reminds me of, you know, some kind of like a mixture of Night Owl at the end of Watchmen, the film or the comic, with the new Ben Affleck suit, the one that he wore when he had those goggles on in Justice League. That's not a very good movie, but that's what it reminds me of, and I think it looks okay. At number 8, it is the Killer Croc. I think this is one of the beefiest looking Nano Metalfigs that I have. Man, it would be really cool to get a Hulk like this. You know, minus all the scales and the spines and stuff. But man, they didn't have to do that. Look at that. Wow, this is really cool. I really like the way this looks. Damn. Man, wow. I didn't realize he had all this detail on him. Looks really good. That's a really, really good figure. I really like the way this looks, actually. I might have to bump him up. But, you know, I'm committing. This is number 8. Really cool. That smile, I think, is what made it, you know, go down. It's a little goofy looking. I wish they showed the sharp teeth. And you can kind of make it out a little bit. But it just looks like a very cartoony grin. Coming in at number 7 is Superman. And I think this figure is absolutely perfect. The face sculpt is good. I really like that, you know, that curl in his widow's peak is perfect. Superman, that's the Superman I know. The cape flowing is very Man of Steel-like. This is a badass figure. There's just a paint chip on the cape. I won't dock it too much because I'm not going to pose him this way, although it does look cool. My major gripe with this is the lack of the red boots, the red trousers, and the yellow belt. If he had those things, this would have been a perfect Superman. It would have probably been number 1. But now he's number 7. And I gotta say, the detail in his S symbol is perfect. I love it. Alright, and at number 6 we have Harvey Dent Two-Face. This is a really dynamic pose. He's like screaming, he's crazy. It really reminds me of the Tommy Lee Jones. There you go. Tommy Lee Jones. But it's cool, he has that crazy hair on, you know, his evil half, or his mostly evil, his crazy half. Look, you can hide. That's a really good split. If you could hide the other side of the character that way, that's awesome. I think that's really, really cool. Look at that. That's awesome. Really, really good job. They did a good job on this figure. And in the top 5, it's Metamorpho, the Element Man. This is so cool. You see all the elements he's got like the most differences in color, I think, from all these figures. They went all out and they gave him 4 different colors, and it came out really cool. I always like this character, and I always like seeing him fight the Justice League. So this is cool. Nice textures all around that matches, you know, each part of his body is really nice. Metamorpho. Okay, and now we have Mr.Freeze coming in at number 4. And the reason I like this Mr.Freeze a lot is because of how, you know, bulky they made him. They gave him that like dome-shaped head. It would have been cool if they gave him like a clear, see-through kind of like dome, but they didn't. That's okay. I really like the gun that they used. He even has his, you know, his jetpack, his piercing red eyes. Thought through was really hard. It was super hard. Here we have the Flash at number 3. This is perfect. This is the perfect Flash little metal figure that you can ask for. Look at those eyes, those anime looking eyes too. They did a really good job on everything for this figure. The symbol, paintwork, perfect. The only reason I kind of docked it is because it's the same, you know, sculpt as the Reverse Flash. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put those together right now to see how they look. They look like they're racing. And they look really cool together. It would actually be like this though, I'd say. Come on, Flash, gotta beat him. Flash was #1. And I've been reading the Justice League, the very first Justice League comics that came out recently, and the trade paperbacks, and those are super, super cool. I think they're must reads. You know, you must read those if you're a comic book fan. I love them so much. I know they're very campy, but I love them. And here we have Martian Manhunter, and I think they did a really, really good job with this one. The blue is a very nice striking blue, a very nice striking green. You got the red eyes going on. Is, you know, he's showing his power, his muscles in this pose, and it just looks super, super, super cool. I've always been a really big fan of Martian Manhunter. I wish he was, you know, represented more in movies and stuff like that. And I think they did a really good job. And, you know, they got the overhang on the boots right here. I love it. Really nice detail in his body. You know, you got the abs, big muscles, like I said, big collar, perfect. And at #1, we have the Emerald Hero, the Green Lantern. This guy is so cool because of this type of paint that they use. I don't know, there's like a wash in his abs and in like the details of his costume in the green part. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks really, really cool. Kind of has like a Ryan Reynolds head shape. The only thing I would say is I think the hair is kind of a little bit too militaristic. I like the, you know, the flowing hair that I see in the comic when he's flying, especially the old ones, like I said, I was reading. And like the matted finish on the black is absolutely perfect. Look at the way the light is on his thigh. It's so, so nice. The white gloves also kind of a matte look. Really, really cool. You know, the Green Lantern symbol on his chest is just perfect. I really like the way they rounded it out, you know, and it had some shading on there too. Here's a good look around. Just all around really, really cool. The only thing though, that there's no damn green ring. They really messed up there. They have something with rings, you know. Thanos didn't paint his rings on his gauntlet. And here they're not even like, I don't even see it sculpted on there. But, you know, I'm going to fix that myself as well as with this this Superman. I'm going to paint it myself. So I'm going to put the Justice League together. How's that? Man, that looks really kick-ass. I'm really glad I got these figures. Wow. Just really, really cool. I'm really, really happy with this set. As if you guys can find them for, you know, this cheap, the way that I found them, I would definitely recommend you buy these guys. A lot of fun to open and to, you know, look at, and I think they look really nice on your shelf. If I see more I like, I'll definitely be buying them up and be making videos. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll try to deliver. Thank you guys for watching. This is Ricky G Reviews, and until next time, see ya. Captain Atom, or the costume. Okay, guys, he reminds you of those gummy worms that were like half red and half the side. What is this called? This cut of the face portrait? No, I'm not sure what this frame, but it's the man cap. I'm sorry.